Hi guys, welcome to my video, and today we have a new deck profile video. Once again, it's been 2-3 months since the last one, which is for Luat. Right now we'll be doing another Quarter Century deck, which is a new deck featured in DZBT01 Fated Clash, which is Rezael, used by our main character Muto Akina, right over there. Of course, as usual, my deck list is just a skeleton, a beast for you to take reference from. You can change it up. So yeah, it's not the final confirm build either for me as well. As the more I play, the more I will adjust the deck ratio and the cards inside. Not only that, my deck build for Rezael is obviously going to be much different from most other people. Especially winning lists, other content creators, etc. Since most of the build that I've seen from people are more of a grindy deck, more of a sustaining deck, where they filter out, where they draw a lot with Selgaon and they filter out as much as possible. This build is more of a, not really rush, more of a slight aggro, mid-range aggro deck where you sustain a little bit while at the same time filter out and try to hit magic numbers and doing fire attacks if possible. As this deck try to focus on sit while they're attacking fire attacks most majority of the time, while the sustaining deck usually prefer to make 4 attacks while cycling Selgaon, which we do with cycle Selgaon, but not as much as we don't play max copy of Selgaon for obvious reasonings. So yeah. For the grade 1, for the grade right line, you have obviously the grade 0 Swell. Same D-Starter, nothing much. Grade 1 we play Bendesta. Skill order written pawn by Asensio, the grade 2 right line. Call this card to rear and soul charge 1. There is no Yume, so it is a forced condition to call Bendesta out. No matter what, if you were to write Asensio, you do not have a choice to keep him so, but it's basically a free call since you do refund with a soul charge 1. And continue as here. If you have your greater Vanguard with Rezael in name plus 2k, make him a 10k big stick or a 10k booster. Then we have Asensio. Auto rear. When written upon by a grade 3 named Rezael, choose a grade 2 or lower from your drop and call it to rear. Basically discard something from hand to right, call it back out for free. The right line as you can see, it doesn't minus, it usually either neutral or plus. So yeah, but I do see people playing the Odin right line because they do not like the soul charge 1, as you might accidentally soul charge your OT or heal or triggers, but I still prefer Bendesta more, simply because of the fact that Odin requires to review 3 different grades. That's fine, but the thing is, top 5, you might not get anything that you want because Odin grade 1 only costs grade 1 or lower. If there's no grade 1 or lower, then you kind of fucked. Then the only option you can do is just call the Odin grade 1 from the right line out, but you'll be losing a soul. But for the grinding build, it's fine because the grind sustaining build doesn't really use as much soul as compared to my multi-attacking build because of a few certain cards. But I mean one card that we do want to spam as much as possible. And of course we have the main man himself. He's taking Umesha Rezael. With one of Mirrors, Rezael. Auto Vent when this unit attacks a Vanguard, counterblast 1. Choose up to 2 cards with different grade from your drop zone where the total grade of the card is equal to or less than the number of cards in your damage zone, and call them to real. So yeah, you can make 5 attacks or you can make 1 column for a 4th attack. But usually I would just, usually it's usually this and maybe this on the 1 card to help out. But the problem is it's kind of limited to the number of cards in the damage zone. Or the sustaining build will usually take a bit of damage so they can have more options, but my build is more preferable to guard early on just so that you can take more damage in the later game instead of guarding like really big numbers against Luat and Shanui. And the defense skill is Act Van, so plus 1. return all crits from your drop zone and return to your deck, shuffle it. For turn, drag +1, and for the fight, you cannot write a unit without a result in name, and you get when you damage check a trigger unit other than a heal trigger, if you have 5 or more cards in your damage zone, choose a card from damage zone and heal it, and you lose this effect. It's basically a extra 6 damage heal for entire deck. And one drive, and if it's Legion, all your crits back to deck, which is really good. But that doesn't mean I can sack drive check for fuck's sake whenever I use it. In fact, my deck was like 25, trigger left was 10, and then trigger left was 10, playing the cards that filter out, top 3, top 2, putting the normal unit back to drop. Yes, I choose try normal units. I don't know how it works that way, but for me. For main deck, obviously, 3 Razel, both on the right. Don't even need to question why, which personal riding is always good. And we do play 2 Decantic Masher. Skill is continuous rear. During the turn that where your unit is called by your Razel name Vanguard, is placed by your Razel name Vanguard effect to rear, this unit gets plus 15k power. It is an easy 28k beat stick, and the fact that you don't have to call him out. You can call any card from Razel to one column. Just keep it as one column. Keep it. You can just call one column, and you still get the 15k. It's a 28k beat stick, which is basically asking for 20k guard. And then if personal riding, it will be 38, asking the card even more. To play 2 copies, since it's not our main finisher, the deck doesn't really have any win con, honestly, apart from just drive checking crits. There's not much finisher either. I guess you could say this, but it's more like a pusher, honestly. Also, we played 2 copies of it, since each one is a great tree. There's like no shield value until it's a great tree. You have to wait till quite long, and it's a bit conflicting since to call it from drop we need at least 3, but if we do, you can only call great 3s and great 0. So at best we have to use it whenever 4 damage, where you can call him out, and a grade 1. So yeah. Then for grade 2, starting off we have the Knights of Elegant Beauty, no rear. Although when this unit is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater no Razel Vanguard, CB1, top 3, choose a grade 3 or lower, call it to rear, put the rest to the bottom deck in any order. If it's during the battle phase, instead of calling it, review it and add it to hand. So basically, it says choose a grade 3 or lower. It doesn't specify unit, so obviously when you do the main phase, you call out top 3, call something out to fill the deck. But if it's in the battle phase, when called by Razel effect, you can, or one of the Kyrie, you can play top CB on top 3, and then you see like a PG, or you see Elementaria or a Blitz, and you can add it to hand as well, since it does not specify unit cards. Obviously you can't call unit cards to rear, but if it's during the battle phase, you can obviously add the Blitz to hand, or other cards if you want. I don't know why you want to add other cards during the battle phase where it won't matter too much, other than just to filter. And then the last effect, auto rear. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater, if your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater Razel name Vanguard, so +1, plus 10k for battle, 28 beat stick, 30 on personal right, 38, 43, 41 with boost. Yeah, this is one of the cards that uses Soul, which we do play 2 cards that uses Soul, including Razel, which is 3. But the problem is that doesn't really gain Soul too much, so you do have to be conscious on how you use your Soul in this deck. So whether you want to push heavily now, or you want to use Kyrie to call out more for market decking, because we definitely need 1 Soul from Razel to keep for his defense skill. And the only way that we can gain Soul in this deck, or at least for this build, is just by rewriting for Persona. So yeah. Next, we play 4 Divine Sister Biscotti. It is the new cycle card for Cutter. Really good. The first effect is the same as all the other cycle cards. When put to Guardian Circle from hand or discarded during the right or discarded to right for the right deck, CB1 EB3 draw 1, which basically is a net is a neutral discard, right? Then you draw 1, so you don't really minus out. But the second effect is really good. And based on rear, if your personal right is turned, CB1 or EB3, top 3, choose a card, put it to the top of the deck, put the rest to the bottom of the deck. If it's not during the battle phase, instead of putting it to the deck, you may call it to rear. It's similar to Novia, but it's kind of swap, where Novia is called during the battle phase and add to hand during the battle phase. Call not during the battle phase, while add to hand during the main phase during the battle phase. Sorry. Call during the main phase, while add to hand during the battle phase. While Biscotti is basically the opposite, where you don't call, it's a Yume to call. So you can stack a top deck if you want to, but usually main phase you definitely want to fill your board out with Biscotti to call out, to filter the deck and to fill out your board. But if doing the battle phase, you can definitely stack a deck if you personalize that turn. And of course, one of our main starter for our fire tech is Kyber. Or you all know what he does, so I will just say it. Auto, when this unit is on real, CP1 so +1, top 3, choose a card, review it. Use a grade 2 or lower unit card, call to rear. If it's not, add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. Basically, grade 3 or order, add it to your hand. Grade 2 or lower units, you can call it to rear. The setting is, you can, if you see trigger anything that you want to add to your hand, you cannot add to your hand, you are forced to call it out. But if it's a personal right, or Elementaria or any orders, you can add it to your hand. So yeah. And of course, it is our engine where we need to call something, call him here, and one to back row, then skill to call out or one more column. It's one to the other rear guard circle. So we can make our fire attack turn, where one is boosted, one is not boosted, or one is like not boosted during the first attack, then boosted on the second attack. But it is because of how Razel's skill works, you have 3 options on what you can call during the battle phase. Novia for hand, if you personal right, Biscotti for stack stacking, and if you have, which in the early game, which usually on turn 3 and 4, you have the resource and you have the necessary card into a drop zone to help with Kaibe and Kaibe for your fire attack push. But of course it does use a bit of resources, where Novia doesn't use as much, but from the soul to attack. It's a bit annoying, but Biscotti is one cost energy that don't use that much energy apart from her and one other card, and Kaibe is just your attack extension. So yeah, 3 options: hand, stack, or extinction. So you have 3 different options for the battle phase to call for your grade 2, for your grade 2 grades. Then if you have grade 1, you can call grade 1, Excel Gaon, Ul Gaon, or anything else. If you have high damage, you can call grade 3 as well. But if you do, you won't really call Kaibe by that. Kaibe usually pair with a grade 2 and grade 1, then you top 3 to call something out into your last circle. To run out the grade 2, we play 2 Warriors Arrest. Skill is EB2. You may play this with EB2. Choose 2 units. For this turn, it gets Con V rear. During the battle, this unit is boosted. Give it plus 10k power. Then, if you have 5 or more units, draw 1. Normally, most of the time, with how much we can call out, we will definitely have 5 more units for draw 1. And the extra 10k really helps, as one, this deck you don't want to waste too much resource for that bit of pushing. Is mostly kind of like a small poke while making major numbers, forcing the opponent to cut really awkward. And this helps a bit, as 10k will make 28k 38, and if they got a bit more or they have no guards, maybe you from a Scotty boosted 18k but making this be 28k, forcing him to got 20k. If you do 20k or Novia, normally you have to swap person, but you don't have to because with this she will be 20k, but if you do, should be 30k, 40 with 30, then 20, 30, 38 with boost or 43 depending on what is boosting her. So yeah, and drawing is not bad. It's a pretty good order card. Of course, you can swap the order card with something else if you don't like to play order cards. But it is an option since the deck doesn't use too much energy apart from the order and Viscotti. For grade 1s, obviously before PGs, for Elementaria and 3 regular effect PGs, Extras, and the Card Vanguard Will Dress final episode memorial. So yeah. Starting the grade 1s, we have Gaon. It is here because it's a beat stick and a 30k booster and a 10k shield. The grind deck, some play Gaon, some don't, but I do play Gaon because 10k shield is quite important. Because 5k doesn't really exist half the 5k 5 guard don't really exist half the time. Usually 10 guard will help quite a bit as well. But it's a 10k booster and it's one of your main grade 1 core targets from Reziel effect as well. To sustain our CC usage being really high, especially within one turn, we do play CC, which is Aerial Sage. Effect is continuous. During the battle this unit boost, if you have a Great Shield Raider Vanguard with Reziel in name plus 5k. Auto Wheel, when this unit boosts a Great Shield Raider Vanguard with Reziel in name, discard 1 from hand, CC 1 plus 2k for battle. First effect makes it a 13k booster, which is a bit annoying because you can't use it as a 13k beat stick, just a 13k booster. But the last effect, CC1 and 2 plus 2k, which makes it 15k, which it basically means our Vanguard hitting for 28 on non-personal riding turn, 38 with personal riding turn or with the order cards, 48 with the order and personal riding turn, which basically means the opponent has to guard a bit more, which basically just 20k guard for one pass. So yeah, and also CC as well. But the one thing that I don't really like is of course the discard 1 to CC 1, since at that point we're technically minusing 1, but at the same time we do discard 1, so we discard a card where we need but it's not in drop, then we discard it to CC and then we call it back out with Reziel by using the card that we just CC. But with how the wording is and how you can dictate the timing that you want to use, if you have enough CB, you can use Reziel first to CB1 call maybe Novia or Hybrid, then Novia or Hybrid first to CB1 top 3 if you have enough CB to call out, then you can use discard 1 to CC1 for Aerial Sage as the last one or as the first one if you have enough CC as well. And so to make sure that we don't really full on minusing with Aerial Sage and to make sure our unit boosting have enough power, we play 3 Knight of Piercing Sky Exalta. When placed on rear during our turn or discarded from hand during our turn, choose a barrel wheel, stand it. We are never calling out, but she is a good discard target with Aerial Sage. We can have like maybe a column with Urgadon, then Masha, then maybe Viscotti or Novia and Aerial Sage. They boost so that Viscotti and hits. I mean boost like Viscotti and hits, then boost with Urgadon, then attack with Masha, then make attacks, discarding Isote, call a Kyrie, then Kyrie and maybe a Sergon or another Urgadon, and then I can play effects. Top 3, call out maybe a Biscotti or Novia or another column, and then you discard with a Aerial Sage, discarding Isote to re-stand the Aerial Sage that just boosted your Biscotti. So yeah, so this just to make sure that you can boost on your first wave of attack, and then you can discard it to re-stand it so you don't really fall minusing and that's one way for you to get a full board after your Vanguard attacks, which is pretty good, but of course you have to draw it to discard it. But with Novia, you can draw, you can add it to hand, etc. So yeah. And of course, the card I've been saying quite a long time, Sargon B2, Painkiller is just a replacement for Sargon because this in one cheap dog. I only have one because I thought I don't need more than one because I was using in Lua beforehand, and so I only buy one manga volume for about 990 yen at Bushiroad store, which is how I got this PG. And I kind of wish I bought one more, but it's fine. Can hopefully find one for cheap. Definitely not buying it for 35 for one thing. So yeah, of course you all know how he does, but for those Western people, or those who don't have Sargon yet, auto rear when this unit boosts if you have more rear guards than your opponent, or you play an order this turn. For the battle, plus 5k, 13k booster, then end of the battle, retire him, top 2, choose a card at your hand, rest bottom deck. Basically with Rizal, as I said, the main combo or the main situation that you want, especially during early game on first creature turn, is basically Sargon, play Sargon, if you have it in hand, then be something else, Novia, top 3, call something, then call 1, and we have Aerial Siege here. Then you swing a boost with Sargon, then swing with Novia here. Sargon is back, kill himself, top 2, add 1 to hand. If maybe have another Sargon or Udgaron as a booster, boost, swing with Biscotti, and then swing Van with booster for Aerial Sage, call, since you have 3 damage, call Kybrate and a Sargon in one column, then discarding Exota CC1 to withstand the something that's boosting the Biscotti, and then Kybrate effect to this top 3 call out something out to replace the Biscotti as an attacker. Then you can attack with Sargon again to the boost with Sargon again, boosting Kybrate with Sargon, top 2 at the hand. So yeah, that's basically the main early combo that we can do, but that is the best situation. But most of the time you'll be Sargon, Kybrate, top 3 something call out, or maybe just Novia to stuff. But you definitely want to, if you can't make fire attack, or you rather do fire attack, yes, you can don't call Sargon. But if you want to make one column to sustain, or you want to sustain yourself, Sargon plus Novia, giving you 2 cards in the battle phase, easy. But that's only if one, you play Order this turn, which we do have Order for us rest, which also, that's not Sargon, which we do have, or more than Bone Regards. If opponent play cards that we don't really have full board, then yes, you are most guaranteed, because as I said, this deck can fill the board quite easily with like 3 cards that fill the boards. So yeah. And just so we can hit a bit harder, we do play 2 copies of Decorous Angel. Obviously, if you don't like Decorous Angel, you can replace it for 2 more copies of Sargon, or maybe 1 each to make it 4 or 3. But Decorous here is simply because of the effect, which I really like to use for counter decks that multi-attack. Whilst I play this for Celestial, and I also play it for Duat, simply because of the effects is auto rear. When your other unit in the same column as this unit attacks for battle hit 5k, basically makes your Biscotti hits, it makes your Novia hits, it makes Hybrid hits, it makes everything hits, it makes Master hit for 18k, makes your Brigade Razor hit for 18k, it basically makes everything hit for at least hittable for at least 5 drop to guard. And if you boost, you just be 10k booster. So yeah, if you don't have Isote, or you have takeaways in one column, you can swing with Biscotti for 15, or maybe boost if you want to for 20, but in that case you might as well just hit it for 15, then you call out something else, you can just boost it for 10k boost. So yeah, it's a great card for multi-attacking decks, which is why I'm mostly focusing on multi-attacking in this for my Razor build, compared to the more sustaining builds that most Razor build that I've seen. For triggers, we obviously playing for heals, and one of the heals is the multi-attacking heals, because not much for Luat, but it's mainly for Mophanica a Maigo and Shranui, where Shranui re-stands attacks who knows how many times with Esperadia or the 2 re-standing rear guards. So yeah. 3 draws, because we want hand size, and hand size is always good in this deck. And obviously it crits. You can play the effect crits for soul, but I rather keep them for defensive, honestly, because in this day and age, the plus 2k won't really matter too much, but the 15k shield will help a lot. Yes, you can gain soul and soul plus out to activate defying skill, but the deck only soul plus during the battle phase, apart from Kyber and Rizal. There's only 2 cards that which is basically most of the card, but Rizal effects to soul blast is only once per game, and Kyber we play 2 copies, and we mostly want to use him during the battle phase instead of the main phase. And to top off, we need to play on OT, cut OT for this build, or in my opinion for Rizal, I feel that cut OT is better than red OT or blue OT. Yes, blue OT is extra crit, but you cannot send it back to deck, and you do one Ibu card. Do plus 1 from a card from drop to hand, but Amati Noir, because you send back crit back to deck and you filter out quite a bit, the chances of you second triggers is quite high. And the main win con in this deck, I feel, is just use second triggers. With Amati Noir, in the game you will know that there's a high chance of you getting an OT in the turn 5 or late in the game, call Masher out for a twin drive, and maybe Novia to filter out a bit more, or to stack with Biscotti if you person on the turn. Then you can just joy check Matonia, then you can just keep joy checking for a girl, or hope you can check your crits or something else. So yeah, which is basically just the main win con of that, just luck set your triggers. So yeah. Now going to show you like your ideal hand or something else, or whatever this session is called, where people kind of like show you shuffle deck and show the gameplay stay. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Firstly, starting off with cards, let's say there's no particular way whether you want to go for the second, but it mostly depends on the matchup. If you know what opponents are playing, you can obviously go for the second, but usually I would say first would be better. But it also depending on your hand. If you draw before taking who go for second, if you see Biscotti, obviously go second for hand size, because you'll be drawing 2. But if you don't have Biscotti, then going first will be better. But if you dictate which to go first or second before you draw, I would say going first will be better. But if you're playing against right deck, go second will be better, obviously will be better. Unless you can grid to gaming, which this deck can't really grid to game that well. So yeah, but let's say we're fighting against something normal, so we'll be going first. Top 5 cards. This is not that great overhand, but we can put our heal and draw back to deck. But we can keep the Biscotti for outriding to be 2. The crits you can keep both for defensive, since you can retain back, but you can also just keep 1, keep the rest, put the rest to the deck, just so you can have more chances to sack the crits, but the chances of you returning them is quite less. So yeah, draw 3, then we have Biscotti, PG, and Sargon, which is actually pretty good since we do need Sargon for early rushing, or just early boosting for like early deck filtering. Alright, shuffled. Now it is shuffled. You can draw. We have a Urugaon. In this hand, we'll be dropping Urugaon obviously to right and pass. If Puma attack us, if there's no rear guards or the center the vanguard, always guards to guard the first attack, since we don't need CV until our retreat turn. Then draw. Some riding always good. Then just make it easier for our energy. Yeah, our energy crest, make it easier, we'll be using the 5 counter. So we'll be at 3 energy now. but not any longer. Discarding Biscotti to right. Then both will be on standby. I'll usually prefer to use Biscotti first to draw. Novia, not bad. Then call out, so charge, be crit, which is not bad since we can surpass out for Divine Steel, and it's a guarantee one crit and drop for us. 0. Now you can call the Salgon Yain Desta. Then we swing with Asensio, try check, Brazil persona, then we swing, Bendesta boosted by Salgon, that's my K. Retire, top 2. We obviously be heading Salgon back to hand and then putting the hero to the bottom of the deck. Then pass the turn. In this situation, depending on whether they are rushing you or not, if there's one, you just take it, crit power the van, then mostly they can't hit it, so they will probably attack your Desta, or if there's no other regard, then they won't do anything, but most likely they will have regard to hit Desta and maybe a booster, we will take it. No trigger, because we do need damage. Stand and draw. Energy deck 3. This is a really pretty good draw. We can obviously be discarding Biscotti to right, then EV3 to draw a card from Biscotti effect, and then with the essential effect, we can call out a Salgon. Then we can Salgon. Then we will call out another last Salgon. Then Noya effects to put a CB right here. CB1, top 3, draw, and a Licorice we will pull up here. Because it's best as a booster, but with this vision, it's better to pull her up in front. And then obviously have Area Sage. But we can't really discard. It's something to restand since we do have 2 dogs to kill off. This would be a simple 13 plus 5, 18. Basically a magic number. Then Salgon dies, top 2. We add the PG to hand. Then we can swing with this again. Then Salgon dies to top 2. Honestly, it will be better to add the crit to hand for defensive since you are guaranteed to pull it back. Then we swing event. Then we swing event. We can check our drop. Right now, nothing much we can call out from crit and Salgon. But from our hand, because we do have a Hero Sage, from hand we can maybe discard one Persona, right? And then you can, because we have not really much of a choice, we can call crit out, so you can just overcall it and put it back next turn, and then Salgon just for the hand size. Then you try check, Elementaria, try check, Udagaon, no triggers, sadly. Then we swing, if we have more, high chance we will. Salgon dies. This is hitting again for 18. Top 2. Putting this back to hand and then the hero to the bottom of the deck. And with this we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hand size. It's not much. It's decent. So yeah. Maybe from full rush, you can intercept. If it's 5k intercept, then you can take 1 if it's too much. 1. Because right now, the amount of cards, even crits we have, we don't really want to take too much damage. We only have 3 and max 3 in crit damage. We can guard, maybe the Vanguard no guard, hope they don't crit. So they don't, crit off the fan. And then they're attacking you, the tank guard with the Udagaon. If it's a tank guard, send and roll. Then we can Persona right, Blasting Key to find roll, draw a card, Biscotti, which is really good. We can move her, then Biscotti effect. Yeah, we each in charge of 3, then we EB from Biscotti to top 3. we can call Novia. Then Novia effects to counter +1. Top 3 options. You can call Take Erase for boosting, or you can continue to fit, because we do have CB with 2 phases of CB. It's an option to continuously by calling Novia, or you can still CB to call with Biscotti. But I feel that it's a better option to call Take Erase here, because it has a eraser just to make it bigger boost, bigger power. With boosting boost, it will be 10, 20, Persona 30 on boost. Then you can Soul Blast out the crit to make it 40. And the reason why we boost is simply because of Isota. Because of Isota, so we can restand it if we call one column. Then we can swing with Biscotti boosted for 25. Then we swing with Van. Then Van skill, counter +1. We can call out a Novia. And then we can call a Sargon to back row for hand size, or you can call a Gardegon for boosting, which in this case, I honestly better just do this. You can call, but depending on situation, you can do this, or you can call Gardegon be here, but we do need a bit of hand size, and we want to filter our deck out as much as possible. So yeah, then of course effects, maybe it's got an Isota, CC1, then restand. And then Novia effect to use a CB, then with a CC to top 3. We can add either the crits, or we can also add the order zone, order cards from our hand size. We have PG, but we don't have any like hard normal value. Oh, actually, it really depends on what the situation, but we don't situation fully, but you can put the crit, or if not, you can put the order back into your hand, so they can make a harder push next turn. But even the push turn, based put this, and then maybe just this if we want to. Then try check Persona, heal, good, really good. You can heal out the crit. Then you can swing with Novia. You can use the effect to Soul Blast. We have Model Soul, you can Soul Blast out the Eraser. Top for to hit 10, 20, 30, 43. Then inside the Golden effect. Retires top 2. We add Kyrie to hand, then Marshall to bottom of the deck. Now we're back on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hand size parts. We have 4 PGs, which is a bit too much. Then you can take the Fingertip to 5, draw 1, Kyrie, then maybe 1 more damage to measure. Then now you can try to hide guards. You can intercept with Novia if you want to. And then you can PG out if it's too big, and then do discard Kyrie for our 5 attack combo out. Then you survive, stand and draw, heal. Then we can Persona right in the Roselle, draw cards. It is a really dumb thing to do, but call the crit, and then you can call Kyrie out. Then Kyrie effects, counter button Soul +1. We do have enough Soul for 1 more Kyrie and for 1 more Novia. Top 3. You can call out the Urgaon, and because of Kyrie effects, it is a shuffle, not for deck. We can shuffle the deck so that, because we do put our OT and everything else to the bottom decks, Kyrie to shuffle helps a lot as well. And now we will divine skill, so +1. Let's see how many crits is back. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crit back to deck. We have 1 crit in damage. Yes, yeah, we have 1 crit damage. That means 1 crit damage, 0 crit. Just 0 crit in hand, so 6. So we have 2 more crit left total in the deck. So yeah, if we see our deck right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards 7 triggers in deck in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 13. We have in the 13 card deck we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them are triggers, which is basically half. But now we have 6 more triggers back in the deck, which is 13 plus 6, which is 21. But 21, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 21, currently have about 13, 14 are triggers, which is still more than half. So chance of you stacking triggers and miracle 6 damage heal is also very high. As well as the fact that we triple drive for this turn as well. Then we do EV3. Then this option, the options is that if you want to fire attack options, because we do have Biscotti, we don't use the EV, but we do have CB. We do have no one else CB for it as our final turn push turn. Play the dog, draw one, draw a Biscotti. Then we can give the boost power to Vanguard, or we can give to Kyber. But Kyber and Novia, with our hand size, we can definitely give it to these two. Not hand size, but with our hand, because we have Exalter, we can definitely give it to these two. So this will be boosting. We can boosting with the effect to Su plus 1. Give it 10k. So it will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 to Vanguards. Then this will swing for 10, 20, 30, 43 to Vanguards. Then we swing with an to CB1. Yeah, we EB2 for skill, then we counter plus 1 for Vanguard skill first. We have one more Kyber, and then we have option to call. We don't have option to call that, but we do have can call Biscotti. And then Kyber effect, counter plus 1. No, we can't use Kyber effect, sorry. Because we do not have enough series, sadly. But we do have one thing that we can do. Put him here, and you can call out Rizal, because it's a 28k with the effect here. Then Biscotti effect to counter plus 1. Top 3. You can stack the crit at the top, and then everything else to the bottom of the deck. And then the Aerial Stage effect, this card is out there, CC1. So effects is then Udogaon, then Triple Drive, first check crit. You maybe give power here, but this is 28, this is 33. Can be power here, depending, they're both magic numbers. Crit. Okay, then you can, if you give one to here, you can give one to here. And third, heal, we do heal. Then you can give power to either one. Let's say we give it to Biscotti. So we like this will be 13, 23, 28, 38. And it will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 53 to Vanguard. And if they both won't survive, then so yeah, take one crit power to Van. You can take one, but if you think you can take one if you know it's a trigger, but usually you wouldn't try to survive. Like God, everything else. Enjoy Biscotti if you want to, but because the chance of you being a trigger is quite high, try not to, honestly. Then it's PG, discarding, we'll lose a bit in size, obviously, but yeah. Instead and draw, it's a draw. Now, in this case, we don't really do much since we do run out of resource quite fast. Then we don't have so for Kyber, but we can still make 5 attacks. Biscotti, swing for 18, then boosted. Then we charge the 4, boosted for 23, then we can swing with this CB1 to call out. To call out another Rizal because we have more Rizal in drop. To here and a Novia. And Novia effects CB1 top 3, 1, 2, 3. You can maybe add the Novia or maybe the Honor to Hand, but Novia with 5k would be a bit better. And then effect to discards maybe the Novia to CC1, make it 28, then try check crit, second check, no trigger. Then swing for 1323, then swing for slightly trigger with auto Novia 20. Then check heal, single guard heal, power event, different skills to active. Maybe guard 10, guard 15 intercept. Then PGBG, or maybe it doesn't. Then you stand and draw. Call out. You can either call out or you can just keep your hand for the CC. It really depends. 13, you can do 13, then 18, then skill boost CP1. Obviously call the Rizal and a Novia. Actually, no, you can the Novia or you can call the Egado. But you can check your trigger first whether you can, but just to be safe, you can call Egado. Then discard this to CC1 best power. Then you try check crit, power to heal, crit, power to heal. Then you swing for 23, then you swing for 33. Then you take damage over trigger, heal back twice, draw. So yeah, this is obviously this is the best ideal situation. Normally you might not be this great. So yeah, this is how you quote unquote pilot the deck with how. So yeah, it can grind a bit, but not as grind as the sustain build. But it's mostly really focusing on like attacking 4-5 times, as much as possible 5 times with a magic number and guarding for our opponents. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time, maybe a few months or so. Bye bye.